Good evening, guys. In this video, I'll be teaching you guys on how to find the standard deviation in 4 to 5 very easy steps. So first of all, there are two formulas in what we use in order to find standard deviation. It depends on what we are using it for. So there's something called the population formula, which would be this one. And there's something called a sample formula, which would be this one. So in this video, I'm going to use my students' marks. So when we use our students' mark, we're not using it to compare with anyone else aside from my students. So that means I'll be using the population formula, which is this one. So the only difference is the final answer for the population and sample. For the sample, we'll subtract it with 1. That's all. Okay, guys. But in this video, I'll be comparing the students' marks. I'll be comparing them. So I'll be using the population formula. So let's get started, guys. So what we do. So what I've done here is I've broken down the formulas into rows and columns. The X would be the marks that each student got. So let's carry on here. So step number 1, what we'll be doing is, step 1 is we will be finding the mean value for the marks. So how do we find the mean value for the marks? Pretty straightforward, guys. What we do is we find the mean for the marks that my students got. So let me go to a new page. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we talk about it, the mean, or this would be 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8. That is the sum of the values divided by the number of values. So the number of values is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will be divided by 5. And 4 plus 5 is 9, plus 6 is 15. 15 plus 7 is 22. 22 plus 8 is 30. So 30 over 5, which would give us 6. So our mean value is 6. So let us go and plot it here. So for this tab, let's tabulate all of it would be 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. So this is the mean value, guys. Now for the next one, what we do is we take the value of X and subtract it with the mean value. So 4 minus 6 would give us negative 2. 5 minus 6 would give us negative 1. 6 minus 6 would give us 0. 7 minus 6 would give us 1. And 8 minus 6 would give us 2. Alright, guys, so first we found the mean, and then we took our raw data values and we subtracted it from it. Okay, guys. Now the next one, what we do, so if you take a look at this, X minus the mean, which we'll tabulate here. So we have found this value. Now what we have to do is we have to square it now. So we have minus 2 to the power of 2, which is equal to 4. Right, guys? Minus 2 times minus 2 is 4. Now minus 1 to the power of 2, which will give us 1. 0 to the power of 2 is 0. 1 to the power of 2 is 1. And 2 to the power of 2 would give us 4. Right, guys? Now what we do is we find the sum of it next. So first we found the mean. Second, we subtracted from the value of X. Third, we squared the difference. And fourth method will be is we would find the sum of it. So we would add all of them up. So 4 plus 1, 5. 5 plus 0, 5. 5 plus 1, 6. And 6 plus 4 is 10. Right, guys? Now what we would do is we would find the standard deviation using the formula that we have. So what we have is, so this value that we have would be square root of the top one we just found out just now is equal to 10 over the total amount of value is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is where the sample and the population would be different. So in this case, I'm just comparing the marks of my students. So that's why I'll be using the population formula, which is square root of 2 and square root of 2 if we use the help of the calculator. Let us find 2 square root would be approximately 1.414, so it would be 1.414. That's all, guys. So the standard deviation is 1.414. So again, quick recap. Step number 1, we found the mean of all of the marks that I had of my students. Second one, we found a difference of the mean with the marks that they got. So this is what we did here, which gave us these values. The third step is we squared them. So all of this. The fourth step is we found sum of it. And the fifth step is we found a root of the mean again, in other words. So 10 divided by 5, which gave us square root 2, and root 2 is approximately 1.414. Alright guys, so hope you understood how to find standard deviation. In the next video, I'll be teaching you guys on how to find standard deviation when we have to use the sample formula. Alright, that's it for now guys. Have a nice day.